violence.
Also tonight, we'll take you to Asoko in the Shamar municipality of the Western region, where 11-year-old Miriam Abna Eshon is braving the odds to access education.
Later in business, recent Cedi gains reversed 30 years of year-on-year depreciation as local currency marks 60th anniversary.
And on the foreign front, gunmen kill at least 6 people and abduct more than 100 others in an attack on Kairu in Nigeria's northwest Zamfara state. We're live on TV3 Ghana, on Facebook, all across the world on 3news.com. Stay with us for the details.
We are starting from, well, I nearly said the church, but it has to do with the National Cathedral. So President John Dramani Mahama has dissolved the National Cathedral Secretariat with immediate effect. The President has also ordered the Attorney General and Minister for Justice, Dr. Dominic Ayine, to take steps to terminate the contract on the stalled National Cathedral project. This move follows damning revelation contained in the audit report on the project conducted by international auditing firm Deloitte & Touche.
President John Dramani Mahama has directed that the following steps be taken. The National Cathedral Secretariat, which used to operate from here at the presidency, stands dissolved as of 1st May 2025. Now, the National Cathedral Ghana was registered limited by guarantee. In view of that, the Attorney General has been directed to take legal steps to ensure the dissolution of the Board of Trustees. And we expect that to be done in the coming days. Now, 3, the President has ordered that in the interest of transparency and accountability, the Deloitte & Touche audit reports will be published immediately after this briefing. So we will share copies with you, media men present, and we'll also put it out on various portals and social media handles so that the public can access it and review the contents for themselves and see whether the claims that some individuals have been exonerated is borne out by the contents of the report. Now, despite the damning findings contained in the Deloitte audit report, it does not cover the full scope of operations of the National Cathedral Secretariat and the project itself. The Auditor General has therefore been requested to commission a forensic audit into the National Cathedral project and the activities of the Secretariat. Now, the Attorney General and Minister for Justice has also been asked to take lawful steps to ensure the termination of the contract to prevent further costs and losses to the state.
Also, Mildred Donko, one of the accused persons in the ongoing National Signals Bureau scandal, has declined legal representation by Samuel Atachia when the trial started today, July 18. 4 persons are standing trial for misappropriating public funds.
In court on Friday, July 18, Frank Anani-Dekpe, a key prosecution witness and former personal driver to Ayisha, testified that he was detained for 6 to 7 days by the Economic and Organized Crime Office, Yakubu, without any formal charges or explanation. Dekpe, testifying under the guidance of Deputy Attorney General Dr. Justice Remsai, revealed that he was frequently sent by Mrs. Donko to withdraw checks from Stanbic Bank and UNB banks and deliver the cash to Kwabena Ayisha. He explained that the checks were always sealed in envelopes and that he never knew the actual sums involved. During cross-examination by Samuel Atachia, Dekpe was asked why he was still testifying for the prosecution despite being detained without explanation. He responded that Iyoko had simply told him he was being invited to assist in the investigation because his name, ID card and signature appeared on financial documents. Meanwhile, one of the accused persons, Mildred Donko, has declined legal representation by lawyer Samuel Atachia. After court proceedings, lawyer Samuel Atachia demanded his clients should be given fair hearing.
But it seems to me that somebody believes that let's expedite the case, even if all the exculpatory evidence are not with the accused persons. That's my chief concern. This is the first time I'm hearing that they might want to block exculpatory evidence, in contravention of Article 19 of the Constitution, which secures fair trial. So we'll do what is needful.
The Attorney General, Dr. Dominic Ayine, on Wednesday, April 30, 2025, charged Kwabena Edubuahin and 3 others of misappropriating 49 million cedis under the pretext of procuring a cyber defense system for Ghana. The case has been adjourned to Friday, July 25, 2025 for further cross-examination.
The Ghana Police Service have started reviewing viral footage on the chaos that characterized the Ablekuma North election rerun. Other safety measures have also been instituted to restore calm in Boko as the Asantehene-led mediation continues. These were revealed by the leadership of Parliament's Joint Committees on Defence and Interior and Security and Intelligence after they held a closed-door meeting with the IGP, Defence and Interior Ministers.
Brutalities, assaults, and slaps. None of these was expected. Yet, the rerun of elections in 19 polling stations at Ablekuma North left another big scar on Ghana's democracy. Following widespread condemnations, the Committees on Defence and Interior, as well as Security and Intelligence, held a backdoor meeting with security chiefs in Parliament.
We were particularly interested in knowing what steps are being taken to ensure that those who engaged in acts of violence at Ablekuma North are apprehended and dealt with in accordance with law. With respect to the Ablekuma elections, they are reviewing some videos which went viral, and in due course, the perpetrators would be arrested. The officer who allegedly assaulted one of your colleagues has been interdicted and is being dealt with.
It is expected that the measures proposed would help secure future elections, with the Akwatia by-election just around the corner.
We have been reassured of measures that are being put in place to contain the situation and to restore law and order, alongside the peace pathway that is being set up with Otumfuo.
Ranking member on the Defence and Interior Committee noted that a bipartisan approach is the surest way forward.
We don't want situations where ballot boxes will be put at polling stations in the future and the citizenry will be afraid to go out to vote because of violence. And to have a trend where, the political party that has the most violent people becomes the winner in presidential or parliamentary elections. Democracy is all we have.
Other issues came up on the floor of Parliament. The Member of Parliament for Ho West, Emmanuel Kwesi-Bejira, raised a concern about the delay in the House's adoption of the report on the investigations about the vetting chaos that happened in January this year.
An adoption of a report of the Special Committee on the full-scale investigation into the event which occurred at the public hearing and appointment committee has also been lying on the other paper for far too long.
The Minority Chief Whip, Frank Anodompre, raised a concern about the persistent rescheduling of the Bank of Ghana Governor's expected briefing to the House.
The Bank of Ghana Governor was scheduled to be here 2 weeks ago. He wrote a letter to Parliament and said that he's engaged in an equally important matter and hence cannot come. Same question was rescheduled. Then the governor again wrote another letter that we should reschedule. I'm worried. I oppose the Bank of Ghana just saying that I cannot come. This is the people's representative, and he must respect us. It may sound very emotional, but it is not how we should prosecute public business.
Moving away from that, more than 12,000 new personnel are expected to be recruited into the Ghana Armed Forces in the next 3 years. The Minister for Defence, Dr. Edward Omani Boama, made this pronouncement during a tour of the Army Recruits Training School and the Ghana Military Academy. Joseph Armstrong and Adia Sharifa joined the tour.
Installations at the Eastern Naval Command, the Minister for Defense, Dr. Edward Omani-Boama, acknowledged the logistical challenge faced with the Ghana Navy and assured of government preparedness to equip the various services.
Taking note of the different challenges that you have enumerated, they are daunting but not insurmountable. Beyond that, also has to do with logistics ranging from vehicle, and if I'm also to move into accommodation, that is also a major issue. We are confident that with your expertise, your dedication, the training that you have gone through, and President Mahama's vision of equipping the Ghana Armed Forces over the next 3.5 years up to $1 billion, you will be able to keep our nation safe and secure from all the challenges that the West Africa sub-region is facing.
Later at the Army Recruits Training School and the Ghana Military Academy, the minister disclosed that 12,000 new personnel will be recruited in the military between now and the next 3.5 years.
The Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces and President of the Republic, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, has decided that over the next 3.5 years, we are going to recruit and enlist 12,000 men and women who are capable. And since we are at 1 billion, let me say, who are also ready and willing to serve their motherland. So we expect that this 12,000 should be able to significantly enhance the manpower shortfalls that they have discussed with us over the period. It is not just a matter of providing employment or jobs. It's a matter of providing service.
He cautioned the general public to beware of scammers and fraudsters ahead of the mass recruitment exercise. The minister also called on the military high command to institute measures to deal with recruitment scams. Joseph Armstrong, Gold, TV3, Shah Hills.
Now, the main opposition New Patriotic Party is holding its NPP National Delegates Conference on Saturday, which is tomorrow, the 19th of July. Ahead of that, some key NPP leaders have been pushing for some serious reforms. There are calls for the current electoral college used for the election of presidential candidates to be abolished to allow all members of the party to participate. And the date is tomorrow, and we are expecting that between tomorrow and Sunday, they will come to some resolution. What we have also gathered indicate that at least over 2,000 proposals have been made, and the party leadership have been able to whittle it down to 50, and the delegates tomorrow will be voting on those 50 resolutions and amendments to its constitution. And going forward, I want to take you through some of the proposals from notable individuals within the rank and file of the New Patriotic Parties. So we're starting from former Energy Minister and a very key stalwart of the New Patriotic Party, Mr. Boachi Ejakun, who is proposing, for instance, that there should be the abolition of delegate system of choosing officers and candidates for all card-bearing members in good standing. He goes on to say that there should be an increase and stronger voter engagement, which is the appropriate path forward to allow voters, all card-bearing members of the party, to select who the best candidate for the party will be. So instead of just the electoral college, they should allow all members who are card-bearing to do the voting. Kwabena Japan, who is former General Secretary of the NPP, is also proposing, for instance, that presidential primaries should be organized first with an expanded electoral college. Then special college used to trim aspirants to 5 should be abolished. Now, this is a very key issue that has come up every now and then. The NPP sometimes gets more than 5 people throwing in their hat to want to contest as flag bearers of the party. Now, when they have more than 5, another date is set for that number to be whittled down. And he's proposing that that particular bit where it is the special college that is used to trim the number down to 5 should be abolished. Again, we have Peter McMenu, a former chairman of the party, and Evans Nimaku, who is the director of elections and research of the party. They have also made some proposals which are along the lines of asking that the delegate system be abolished, or delegate system for choosing officers and candidates be abolished, so that all card-bearing members in good standing be allowed to do so. Then the National Council of Elders must not support or be seen to favor any candidate. There should be mandatory quarterly meetings with the president when the party is in power. So those are a few of the over 50 or almost 50 proposals that have been made for the party to decide on tomorrow at the Special Delegates Conference. Let's speak to Professor Smart Sapong, who is a political analyst, and he's joined us on phone for a quick chat. Prof, good evening and thank you for your time. I'm sure that you've been following the last few months, maybe last few weeks of the party, a lot of rancor and chaos in the rank and file of the party. Tomorrow, they are meeting. First of all, ahead of the decision to even vote and agree on proposals, what do you make of how the party has looked like or has come across, and what are your expectations ahead of tomorrow?
Right. A very good evening to your good self and our cherished viewers. And let me, at this point, I'm sure by now some delegates have already arrived in Accra. Those who are on their way should take it cool. Safe journey to all of the delegates expected to arrive in Accra. Ahead of this conference, I mean, the party is in a phase that is quite usual with political parties. I have said time without number that when you are at a phase like this, you need cool heads to be able to maneuver through the phase. So you see the attempts of injunction and all those things. It's part of the things that characterizes the phase. But members of the NPP must allow themselves through this phase. The National Council, which met to take the decision, was a properly constituted council. The assumption should not be that all members of the council or majority who voted in favor of some of these decisions, the conference and all those things, were different people from different parties. They were or they remain members of the NPP, and they may mean well for the decisions that they took. Tomorrow, what I expect would be that all delegates should participate fully. Don't go and be enjoying by the side whilst motions are being posed and decisions are required to be made, usually by voice vote.
Right.
Take serious participation in it, and don't come out to say, I didn't want this proposal to be accepted, but it was accepted. So
and that will be my next question, next and final question, which is when there are disagreements, usually at some of these conferences, it is by voice vote, like you indicated. But when some section of the delegates disagree with the proposal, how do you suggest they go about it? Do they suspend and come back to it later, or it should just be majority carries the day?
Well, if the voice vote usually cannot be decided and people cannot hear which side is loudest, it will be in the interest of the party to defer that motion for a proper relook at that motion before the next opportunity is given to decide on that. But for those that will be clear, the loudest vote wins. I think those ones they can clear them off tomorrow. And then maybe Sunday, if it becomes necessary, they should stay to decide on those that clarity usually may not come by the voice vote.
All right. Prof, thank you so much for your time. Professor Smart Sapong is a political analyst, and definitely as the days wear on, we'll definitely be bringing you updates from the NPP's National Delegates Conference here in Accra.
Right, Martin. We now head to Asoko in the Shama municipality of the Western region, where Rama Smith shares the poignant story of 11-year-old Miriam Abna Ishon. Being physically challenged, Miriam battles daily obstacles to attend school, but her classroom experience is particularly challenging as she is forced to stand for hours, unable to sit and write due to her physical limitations. There's more in the following report.
It's 6 a.m. here at Asoko, a community in the Shama municipality of the Western region. 11-year-old Miriam Abna Ishen starts her day just like any other child. Despite the challenges posed by her physical disability, which affected her mobility from the age of 6, Miriam is resolute in her pursuit of education. Her physical condition makes walking difficult, but undeterred, she walks approximately 600 meters to school each day. Miriam is an asset to her school, actively participating in cleaning the compound and classrooms. However, her condition poses a major challenge in the classroom. She has to stand for hours, unable to sit and write.
But when it comes to writing, because she shakes, it becomes very difficult for her to sit down. So she's always standing whenever she's writing. And because of her condition, it becomes very difficult for you to mark her work. In fact, I have been able to mark her work because I've taught in KG for not less than 10 years. So because handling those children with their horrible handwriting, I'm able to read what Miriam writes. Apart from that, other teachers finds it difficult to read. If you take your time and mark her papers, always she performs well. In fact, she is one of the best learners in the classroom.
Miriam's story is not an isolated case. Many physically challenged children nationwide face similar challenges. Assistant head teacher of Nana Brekrum Model DA Primary School, Grace Eshen, wants Miriam's parents to seek medical attention for her.
We also think that sending her to a special school may also worsen her condition, because as she's here, she's always doing the things that other children are doing. So in fact, unless they take her to a specialist to be able to identify the particular problem she has, for me, I only know that she's a special child, but I don't know the condition she's suffering from. So those special people can identify the problem, and they will be the best people to recommend where to send her.
The parents are yet to do this due to financial constraints. The father, Christopher Eshen, is appealing for support to help Miriam overcome her physical challenges in accessing education.
I
am appealing for support. Her hands shake while writing, making it hard for her teachers to read her work. This poses challenges for both her and her educators despite her academic excellence. She has to stand to write, which can be distracting for others. I am seeking assistance from the public to help my daughter access the resources she needs to thrive. Advocates argue that failing to provide inclusive facilities deny children with disabilities their right to education. The question begging to be answered is how long must they wait for this change? Meanwhile, Miriam continues to fight for her future, standing resiliently against all odds. Irama Smith, TV3 News, Asoko.
Now, what if your next cup of coffee came with a car, a trip to Zanzibar, or a brand new PlayStation 5? I want that one. Cowbell Coffee's new nationwide promo is turning casual sips into jaw-dropping surprises. There is more in this report.
Ghana's #1 in coffee mixes, Cowbell Coffee has launched a new nationwide promo called With You Every Moment. Running from July 15 to September 15, 2025, the promo is a big thank you to many Ghanaians who enjoy Cowbell Coffee every day. To join, simply buy a promo sachet, find the code inside and send it via *713*27# or visit cowbellcoffeepromo.web.app. Every 10 valid code counts as one entry into a bi-weekly draw monitored by the National Lottery Authority. The prizes: a brand new car, trips to Zanzibar or Cape Town, smart TVs, mobile phones, laptops, PlayStation 5s, cash, airtime, and Cowbell products. The marketing manager of Masudor Ghana, Michael Hagan, shared the inspiration behind the promo.
What we're saying after 20 years is thank you, first of all, to our loyal consumers. And to reward them, we're asking them to, or we're saying that we're giving away close to over 50,000 prizes to be won in this Cowbell Coffee with You Every Moment promo. And we are committing to ensuring that we'll continuously be with you, the Ghanaian consumer.
The brand's manager of the National Lottery Authority, Beryl Adom, assured fairness in the draws.
As a regulator, we ensure the fairness and transparency of the promotion. And so I would like to assure the general public that this promotion is going to be run on the best of standards. They should feel free to partake. And I wish everybody the best of luck.
With Cowbell Coffee Truly, with you every moment, this promo is more than a campaign. It's a celebration of community and everyday joy in every sip.
So watching News 360 on TV3. We'll be back with more. Stay with us.
its way to Ghana for the first time. The summit is a 3-day prayer conference that empowers believers with effective prayer strategies and tools.
This year, the Global Prayer Work Summit is hosted by Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams at the Prayer Cathedral, Action Chapel International. The event kicked off on Thursday, July 17 and runs through to Saturday, July 19, 2025. The summit features an impressive lineup of speakers, including Reverend Isturanaba, Senior Pastor of Fountain Gate Chapel, and Bishop Dr. Bernard Ojiasari, the founder and General Overseer of Zion Praise Chapel International. Praise and worship sessions are being led by renowned Guinean gospel artists. Bishop John Ahati of the Action Chapel International Prayer Cathedral addressed the media.
The Global Prayer Work Summit has been something that the Archbishop, led by the Spirit of God, for the past 20 years, been spearheading, pushing, driving, bringing transformation, changing lives, literally putting crisis-threatened destinies back into their proper shapes, helping families, changing all kinds of conditions and situations of societies, communities, families, nations, cities. And the testimonies and the witnesses are all there for us to see. So it's an amazing thing, and we are thankful to God that it's happening right here on the continent of Africa and in Ghana.
The summit's theme, Revive Us Again, has brought together thousands of participants, both in person and online, to seek spiritual revival and renewal.
Now let's bring you some business news.
The business segment is brought to you by MTN Touch Concentrated Perfume.
Menu has joined us for some business news. Menu, what's going on? Take it away.
Thank you so much. Welcome to the business segment on News 360. I am Menu Aful. Now, as the city marks its 60th anniversary on July 19, 2025, the occasion is tinged with some appreciation of the currency year to date. However, for the past 3 decades, the cedi has consistently depreciated against the dollar each year, a trend largely attributed to persistent fiscal difficulties that had eroded investor confidence.
Holding the legal tender status of the Ghanaian cedi is not a sole responsibility of the central bank. It is a collective obligation.
The cedi has evolved for the past 60 years in various forms, including denominations. As a legal tender, it has the function of medium of exchange. It must serve as a unit of account. A currency must serve as a store of value. While some fluctuation is normal, a good currency should generally maintain its purchasing power over time. The cedi has had its own way of disproving that it has to be a store of value, as it has weakened against the dollar each year since at least 1994. Finance and tax expert and head of finance at Melbourne Capital, Nelson Kujokwagweji, recounts factors that led to the cedi depreciating each year in the last 30 years.
High inflationary pressures that we have witnessed in the past, fiscal deficit and high public debt, trade imbalance, low foreign exchange reserve, and finally unfavorable sovereign rating all contributed towards the depreciation of the Ghanaian cedi in the past.
Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Johnson Isiama, recounts the performance of the local currency year to date.
The local currency has appreciated by over 42% year to date and has reversed nearly all the losses that were incurred in 2022 and 2023.
For Ghana to sustain the gains made by the cedi in the short, medium, and long term, it is crucial to pursue aggressive industrialization, foster an export-led economy, and actively patronize made-in-Ghana goods.
Anytime inflation goes up, then the cedi loses value. And anytime inflation comes down, then the cedi begins to gather momentum. And so it is very important for fiscal authorities and monetary authorities to work hand in hand to tame down on inflation.
Chief Executive of Delegates Finance, Joe Jackson, believes prudent borrowing is key in strengthening the cedi.
If you borrow and you use the money for the right things, if you use the money for productive ventures, if you use the money for things that will pay back, borrowing is good. Borrowing allows us to accelerate our development. But the challenge we all have is this. In the past, we have not used our borrowing the right way.
A stable and strengthening currency signals a more attractive investment environment, potentially leading to increased foreign direct investment and opening new opportunities for business expansion.
We'll stay a while on the Cedi because it has demonstrated a remarkable turnaround, shifting from one sub-Saharan Africa's worst performing currencies in 2024 to the best performing currency globally in 2025. With nearly 16% appreciation against the dollar, the Cedi's appreciation has been lauded by the business and trading community and consumers alike. But are consumers feeling it in their pocket? George Queening finds out.
For government, the Cedi appreciation is not a 9-day wonder. Not only will it continue, but will be sustained. These are the clear words of Finance Minister Dr. Kisel Atuforsin. For a local currency that has grappled with depreciation for years, this milestone means a lot. Atu Asian is into the sale of sneakers and clothing. Wholesale prices have reduced for him, which has translated into his pricing to the final consumer.
Prices of these sneakers have been impacted one way or the other. And with this very one, there's been some 6% reduction. So last year, you could actually get this Reebok sneaker for 300 Ghana cedis, but now it's going for 280 Ghana cedis.
Services like cash in transit have equally been impacted.
We have experienced a reduction in the ultimate price in terms of the Cedi value of the vehicles, because apart from the value of the vehicle which is sold in dollars and for which we would have to have Cedi, quantum of Cedi to be able to exchange and purchase the vehicles. When the vehicles arrive at the port, there's also a reduction in the duty of the vehicles.
Thinking of owning a vehicle?
The price of this Honda Civic is the same as it used to last year. There's no change. And so for most car port operators here, there will be a translation in the prices if only the old stock or consignment are exhausted.
According to the president of the Ghana Union of Traders Association, GUTA, Dr. Joseph Obin, members are responding positively to the appreciation, just that expectations of consumers are high.
We also have a duty to let the truth out that at least the trading community have done well, because we have actually responded. Prices have actually come down in some cases. That's why I'm asking, what is the rate of reduction they are expecting? Let us know that is the rate of reduction, and then their expectations should be measured, because prices are not determined only by the stability or the Cedi gaining strength.
Meanwhile, Fitch Solutions have predicted that the Cedi will end 2025 at 15 cedis 50 pesos to the dollar, with an annual average of 15 cedis 30 pesos to the dollar. George Queening, TV3 News, Accra.
Away from that, Ghana and Serbia have solidified their commitment to enhanced bilateral cooperation, signing a memorandum of understanding that will foster collaboration across vital sectors, including the extractive industry and artificial intelligence. Minister of Foreign Affairs Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa noted the newly signed MOU paves the way for both nations to share technical expertise and explore the vast value chains of critical resources like lithium, which is essential for electric vehicle and clean energy industries.
They have 11% of the world's lithium deposits, and we have agreed on technical expertise, sharing of knowledge, so that we can work together on how we explore those lithium potentials linked to our investments in artificial intelligence. We acknowledge that Serbia currently chairs the Global AI Initiative, and in line with President Mohammed's 1 million coders program, the $1 billion Innovation Hub Initiative and then the $50 million support for fintechs, we are determined to deepen collaboration with Serbia in terms of artificial intelligence.
Let's now take a look at what is happening on the forex and commodities markets. And that's it for Business Tonight on News 360. I am Minu Afo. Sports news comes up next. Please stay with us.
Coil.
Time now for sports, and we have Bill Ishan joining us. Hello, Bill.
Hello, Martin.
What one in sports?
The dreaded match is coming up on Saturday between the Black Queens and Algeria. We could well be going home, or we could be in the final four.
We will be in the final four.
We're keeping our fingers crossed.
No, we'll be in the final four.
Yeah, we should be. We should.
Details now.
Yeah, let's begin from the camp of the Black Queens because they completed their final training session on Friday ahead of the quarterfinals against Algeria in the 2024 Women's Africa Cup of Nations. Now, Ghana are seeking their first semi-finals appearance since 2016. My colleague Akosia Ejay is currently in Morocco and put together this report.
The Women's African Cup of Nations, the Black Queens of Ghana will be playing in a quarter-final stage. The game will be between the Black Queens of Ghana and Algeria. Coach Kim Lasbiokegrin and Josephine Bonsu have been addressing the media ahead of this game. According to Coach Kim Lasbiokegrin, he studied enough about the Algerian team. He admits they are one of the most organized sides in this tournament, but his duty will be to be on the sidelines and give Ghana that win against Ghana.
A different card to play against you. So in the end of the day, it's 11 players against 11 players, and they need to do the job. They will win the game for you or not. But of course, we try to prepare as good as we can and show what they normally do in the game. But yeah, we can't guarantee that they're going to do exactly the same thing when the game starts tomorrow. But we do our best to prepare them.
Josephine Bonsu also admits that even though there is pressure playing against a team that has not conceded any goal, but they will convert all that pressure into motivation coming into this game at the Berkane Stadium.
Personally, I feel really good. But we all know it's pressure, it's the quarterfinals. It's only one game, but we have to turn the pressure into motivation. Who doesn't want to play the biggest tournament in Africa and doesn't want to play the quarterfinals? The next region is semi-finals, so we just enjoy every moment.
Coach Farid Bensite is also going to be drawing a lot of energy from their goalkeeper, Chloe Ngazi, to save them from the back or to save them at the back, while he hopes that his attacks are sharper this time to be able to give them all the goals that they need.
Moving on, as the 2025-26 Ghana Premier League season approaches, Heart of Lions coach Bashir Hayford has expressed his optimism about his team ahead of the new campaign. Now, Lions, who battled relegation in the 2023-24 season, finished second in the just-ended campaign. In an exclusive interview with 3 Sports, the manager revealed that although the club hasn't made enough signings, he has full confidence in what he has at his disposal.
At the moment, we can't say anything because we are still embarking on trials. We have not gone in for any big name. We have not unveiled any big name from other clubs, but we are doing some this because all our players are there, with the exception of 1 or 2, maximum of 2. So if you want 2 people to come and join them, and then you embark on trials, it means you have invited some people to come and try for that position. And so now we have not signed any player, and we are still embarking on trials, so we can't come out now. All of them, I'm meeting all of them. All the 16 clubs are going to play too. I'm going to play all of them. So I can't say this one, I want to meet this one. When I meet you and my performance is above you, I will beat you. If your performance is also above us, then you also beat us. So this time we don't single out there, I want to see, I want to this and that. They are doing signings. We are not doing signings. We are embarking on trials and see if we can get 1 or 2 boys to beef up the team. That's all.
That's it for the sports segment here on News 360. My name is Bill Lishen. There's more on this bulletin after the break.
I've styled. And Napa Foods. Heaven Black Insecticide Spray and Coil. Powered by 3 Entertainment.
Welcome back to News 360. Time now for entertainment, and Ajua Noella is with us. Hello.
Yes, hi.
What's going on in entertainment?
Well, PanaFest has officially begun. A couple of weeks ago was launched, and so the activities have begun, and we have some updates on that particular story. And so let's get into some entertainment here on News 360. And PanaFest Emancipation 2025 has officially begun in East Gonja as the historic Salaga slave market came alive with a vibrant Grand Derba, a powerful display of color, culture, and reflection. Now, in this symbolic setting, the festival was formally launched, marking a profound moment of remembrance and renewal. The day also featured a solemn atonement ceremony led by a Sasura, calling on all present to honor the memory of those who endured unimaginable suffering and to commit to a shared journey of healing and unity. The Ghana Tourism Authority retraced the footsteps of our ancestors, beginning at the slave market and historic bath wells of Salaga, a key site in the roots of transatlantic slave trade in West Africa.
In West Africa, this edifice stands as a symbol of resilience, remembrance, and restoration. God bless Gonjaland, God bless Salaga, God bless the good people of this land.
And now, before we wrap up, we'll bring you some entertainment tidbits around the world.
Ghanaian artist Black Sherif has topped Spotify Global Impact list for the first half of 2025, with every track from his Iron Boy project making the list. The chart highlights the most internationally streamed Ghanaian songs, and Black Sherif's strong global presence, especially across Africa, Europe, and the Americas, reflects the widespread appeal of his music. This achievement marks a major milestone in his career and underscores Ghana's growing impact on the global music scene. Music producer Kewa has revealed why singer Lasmid parted ways with highly spiritual music. After signing Lasmid to a one-year contract following his MTN Hitmaker win, Kewa said the artist remained committed even after the contract ended and requested to return to the label. Kewa was prepared to reinvest in him, recording 6 songs in anticipation. However, internal concerns from other artists worried about limited resources ultimately prevented Lasmid's return. Despite this, Kewa expressed continued belief in Lasmid's talent and potential.
Well, that's how we wrap up on the entertainment news segment here on News 360. My name is Noella Donko. Enjoy the rest of the weekend.
Now let's bring you international news. We're bringing you some international news now.
Gunmen have killed at least 6 people and abducted more than 100 others, including women and children.
Apologies for that slight glitch, but it has to do with some unfortunate attacks in the northern part of Nigeria, Zamfara State specifically, where some civilians have been killed by some armed groups. So details of that is on our website. But on the back of that, I want to say thank you for staying with us for the last hour. I am Martin Asiedu-Dartey.
And I'm Ayisha Yakubu. Good evening.